Go.
It's a teaser trailer. You can tell because it doesn't sort of give away a lot of what's going on, but it sort of highlights the story and gives you a brief information of what's actually going to happen.
I think that this product is a teaser trailer video that has a poster and front magazine cover. The reason I can tell that this is a teaser trailer is that it's short and sums up the whole film quite quickly, but it gives detail as it highlights the main points of the film. It also, at the end, leaves you wanting to watch more as well.
It's horror. It's a horror trailer, purely because you can tell by there's a lot of erratic movements, a lot of eerie music, blood, the sort of generic horror type theme to it.
The genre for this film is obviously horror, and you can tell this by the dark atmosphere that has been created and carries out throughout the whole trailer. The blood at the end of the trailer as well also signifies that it is a horror. And also the type of videoing that is used, like the handheld video camera recorders.
It doesn't. I don't think it appeals to any type of gender. I know horror films tend to be of 15, 18 age range, purely because, as I said, there's blood. Horror films tend to have gore, blood, scares. So you're not really gonna have a lot of children watching it. So it's probably gonna be around, sort of, late teens, audience, and above.
I think the intended audience is young adults because of the characters that are in the trailer, as they're both young as well, so it will probably be more focused on younger adults as well.
The main character is like a normal girl, normal concern for a sibling. It's more of a normal situation rather than enhancing it for a film. It appeals to the target audience because it's someone of a younger age and of a late teen, so it'll appeal to that that group of people.
I think that the main character will appeal to girls, a lot of young adult aged girls, because of her gender and also her age as well is made quite obvious in the video. By being a girl, it also makes her vulnerable, so it also adds a lot more tension to the trailer. I think that this will appeal to the intended audience, again due to her age. It's a similar age to do they want to watch the film.
I think it is relatively conventional and generic because I like a lot of other horror films. It's very fast paced, jittery. There's a lot of sharp music. It's the frames change very quickly. It doesn't show a lot, but it shows a lot more horror type pictures, like a lot of the other trailers.
Yes, because like I said with the genre of why I thought that it was a horror, it is typical that it builds up a lot of tension, especially when it gets to the part where she opens the door, and it builds up to the part where the girl is on the other side of the door. Yeah. And also because the scene is always dark.
I think the storyline isn't overly clear, but it adds to the suspense of the teaser trailer.
Can you see a clear storyline or not? Explain why.
Yes, I can. It only gives away. It only gives away like the storyline with her sister a little bit, not too much, as they obviously don't want you to know everything that happens. So they basically sum it up in a short way for you to understand what's going to happen. Also, as when they're online to their dad, not their dad, online to a doctor, he explains also exactly what's going on with the girl.
I like the quick, eerie pace to it, and also where she was recording herself, it made it look as though you was there with her recording it, so it will reach out to the target audience when they actually see it. The fast nature of it, when there's in the forest, it actually made it a lot more. It felt more real to sit like you was watching a proper horror film.
The part that I most liked the most was the build up to the blood on the door at the end, and when she was running through the forest as well. Yes, because of the background music plays a really big and important part in creating the tension. It's quite high pitched and like creates a scary atmosphere as well. Also, like the video clips that are all been put together create a fast paced scene.
I think the only improvement I can say is that the storyline wasn't overly clear. If there was a little bit more time in explaining briefly what the film was about, I think it'd be spot on.
To improve it, I think the only thing that needs to be improved is the acting skills a little bit, as it does make it seem not as realistic in some areas.
I think it's a poster and a magazine, primarily because they both fit the generic layout of each type, of which match the film perfectly. For the poster, it's relatively generic. It suits sort of the layout of a normal poster. You got all the information to do with the cast. You got the productions. You've got the overall picture to indicate what film it is. You've got the coming soon part to indicate sort of the film's obviously coming soon. You've got the big title and the big picture to highlight what film it actually is.
Scroll. I'll just edit it out.
Oh, right. Hold up.
Hold up. That's my arm.
For the magazine cover, you've got the barcode as a normal magazine would have. You've got a massive title. You've got a lot of other stories on the sides to indicate that there's not just to do with the film. You've got the big title, and you've got the massive headline. The thing that stands out most is the big picture. Because the title doesn't necessarily indicate that it's a horror film, having the big skull and half the face certifies that. Because it's a horror themed poster, it's relatively dark, and there's no real eye-catching colours. Potentially, if there's more information, I know it's to do with the. It's got to be relatively ominous, but a little bit more information may actually draw the audience in a little bit more. I thought quite a lot went well with the magazine cover. I think that It had all the relevant information. It had all the normal layout of a generic magazine. I think it's eye-catching. I think it actually enticed the audience to go and watch the film. On the poster, you've got half face, half skull. On the magazine, you've got half skull, and then you've got images to do with the trailer. So they can't. I personally couldn't necessarily relate the two together. I think all three do relate. They all have a horror theme. They're relatively dark and eerie. They all seem to indicate the theme behind the film, but in the magazine and the teaser trailer, the colours are different to what the magazine was in the title. And in the magazine, there wasn't the slogan for the film, whereas there was in the poster and in the trailer. I think 8/9 out of 10 is a good rating, purely because the differences between the three, however slight they may be, if they were all together, I think it'd be a perfect link between the three.